All right, everybody, here I am, your host of the Leela Show on 953 Jams. I have Mr. Affion Crockett, comedian, actor, artist. He wears many hats, and he is here in Houston doing a comedy show. I saw him last night. He's going to be here tonight. You got two shows tonight, right?
Two shows tonight, yeah.
Yeah, and then you got Saturday and Sunday.
Yes, indeed.
So welcome to Houston. How you
Appreciate it.
feeling?
I feel great. Yeah.
Okay, thank you
We in the
so
building.
much for coming, and thank you so much for taking the time to do an interview out of your busy schedule.
Yes, indeed. We here.
Yes. So, how did you enjoy your show so
Loved
far?
it. Loved it. Last night the energy was great. We were supposed to be here in May, last May, and then the storm came through and took the power out. So we had to postpone till now. So being on stage in Houston again last night was great. The energy was they received me well, and tonight is gonna be the same energy. We're gonna take it up several notches.
Yes. Okay. And you came from Los Angeles.
Yeah, I did.
Were you impacted by the fires? Is your house okay?
The whole city. My house is cool, but the whole
Okay.
city's impacted. Like the air quality is questionable, and it's there's more fires happening when I left. So it's a tough time right now. But I'm hearing that we got rain in the forecast for the weekend, so that's much needed.
Oh yeah, in LA.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's good to draw out some of them fires.
Yeah, for
yes,
sure.
yes, y'all have definitely been in my prayers.
Thank you.
Yes. So, Mr. Affion, and I'm saying your name correctly,
Yes, you
right?
are.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
You was at the show last night.
yes.
You heard me correct a few people.
Yes, I definitely did. So, tell me, how long have you been doing comedy?
I started in '94, so what we got? 31 years.
Oh, that's a long time. That's longer than I've been alive. Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
You must be pretty good at it. You've been doing it that long.
You was there last night. I mean, you tell me.
Yes, you had me rolling.
You
like
saw what it was?
Yes, I was crying. Oh my goodness, it was hilarious. So, you have a movie out that you produced. You produced it, you starred in it, you wrote it, and it's called
A Hip Hop Story.
Hip Hop Story.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
A hip hop story is my love letter to hip hop. It's a whole story, the history of hip hop from all the way in the Bronx in 1973, all the way up to right now. And I literally take you through a journey through all the different eras, certain big artists throughout the time, Run DMC, Kool Moe D, and we go all the way up to like Joe Budden podcast. So it's like a journey through hip hop, literally from the beginning to right now. And then there's a little storyline of how can we save it from some of the problems that it's under right now?
And what problems do you think are in the hip hop industry right now?
I think it's a lack of lyrical focus, a lack of compassion for our people. Like, we're not conscious of the images that we're putting out or the types of songs that we're putting out in hip hop, and I feel like that can be detrimental, to the youth coming up.
Yeah, they just putting out anything these days.
Yeah, but it is reflecting in how the youth act too.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
Yeah, the music is directly connected to how the youth respond and how they act. It's been like that since the beginning of time. So, if it's that highly influential, we should really be careful about what we put out.
Okay, so that's part of the reason you put out your movie. Hip Hop
100%.
Story. Okay.
Yeah.
And how can we watch that?
Oh, hiphopstory.com.
Okay.
Yeah, I took it straight to the people, streaming on my own website, hiphopstory.com. Go on that joint, rent it or buy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have to check it out and let you know how I like it. Okay.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So, Mr. Affion, you're quite the entertainer, actor, producer, you name it. You wear many hats. So, why do you like entertaining people?
Because I like to be entertained also. So the fact that I grew up watching all these entertainers and, admiring them, to be able to get on stage and entertain and have people enjoy what I do, it's a great thing.
Okay, very well said, very well said. So, you were also part of Wild 'N Out with Nick Cannon. So, can you tell us about that experience?
It was dope. I mean, I was part of the original cast, so being able to go and be a part of something that now has really huge legs, and it's expanded to creating other stars like 85 South, and it's just it's a dope. It's like hip hop Saturday Night Live. Like, Nick is the Black Lorne Michaels, and
Yes.
and I don't think it gets talked about enough in that way. But Wild 'N Out now is an institution, and that's a dope. It's a dope energy. It's a dope space to be in.
Yeah, it's a funny show. I love Wild and Out. I actually went to go see it when they came to New Orleans. It was hilarious.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So you're in a lot of movies. I think your most popular movie that I've seen is A Haunted House.
Yeah, a lot of people love that one.
Yes,
Yeah,
Ray
Ray
Ray is hilarious.
A lot of people love Ray Ray. Yeah.
Yes, and you were also in 50 Shades of Black,
Mhm.
and then a few other projects with the Wayans brothers. So can you tell us how was that experience working with them?
It was amazing. I mean, those guys are the blueprint to a lot of the comedy that we see today. So for me to be able to be associated with them, as much as I grew up watching In Living Color and Hollywood Shuffle and I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, like it's dope to be able to work with people that taught you a lot of what you did.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you grew up watching them, and now they're your coworkers.
100%. Yeah, that's my family now. So,
All right,
yeah.
full circle.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, that's good. That's good. So, do you have any advice to any aspiring actors and comedians that's trying to get in your shoes?
Learn the craft. Don't cheat the game. Put the work in. Learn your craft. You know what I mean? Like you can take the analogy of the NBA right now and look at LeBron James playing 20 years. He's 40 years old, and he's hopping higher than some of these young guys are. His body is in better shape than a lot of the young guys, and I feel like take note of what he's done. He's kept himself in the gym and developed his body. He does it all the time, and you see a lot of these other players, and even if you just look at how they're built, their posture is off. They're there's a softer build. They don't lift weights. They don't do the yoga and all the other things that he does. So it's the same with acting and comedy. You can tell who puts the work in based on the work that they put out and how long they've been in the game. You know what I mean? I've been here 31 years, so what does that tell you?
And put that work in.
I still have so much more to do, and I have so much more to go. And if you really, really look at my work that I've done over the years, I'm always hitting. Everything that I've put out hits, and there's something that resonates with the people. So, I would say to the younger ones, put the work in.
Put that work in. Okay, that's really good advice. So, what are your favorite moments that you've had so far in your career?
Everything we talking about. Wild and Out was great. It's great. It put me on the map. Haunted House, Soul Man, working with Bernie Mac on his last movie.
Rest in peace to Bernie Mac.
Yeah, rest in peace to Bernie. But yeah, I'm just blessed to be here. I'm blessed to still be here doing what I love to do.
Okay, that's good. So, do you have any, aside from this comedy show this weekend, do you have any other upcoming projects?
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on, I have a season 2 to Microphone Masters, and my boy Brandon was on the first season, where it's me introducing other comedians. It's like 3 stand-up specials in a series, and we're doing season 2 of Microphone Masters this month in LA. So yeah, we cooking, and I'm writing a lot of projects, producing more stuff.
A lot of more stand-up.
Yes, well, stand-up and sitcom, film. I'm writing a lot of films.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yes, indeed.
So, as a comedian, how do you select the people that you open up for you? Because your opening acts were funny too.
Yeah, he right there. Talk to him.
Yes. Shout out to Brandon.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. But how do you choose the people that open up for you, or how does that process
100%.
work?
First of all, they gotta be funny.
Uh-huh.
And Brandon definitely checks that box. And then being on the road with people, your energy's gotta match. You gotta be able to get along with people. So that's really my biggest criteria there. Can we rock? Can we, you know what I'm saying? Can we exist in the same room, in the same dressing room, in the same green room? Can we coexist and there not be no issues or no weird energy?
Okay, so you choose your opening acts based off energy and being funny.
They gotta be funny, first of all. That's first and foremost.
Okay.
But everybody funny ain't necessarily, you can't cohabitate with them.
Got you. So, do you have anybody that inspires you?
Of course.
Who?
Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, like those guys, kings of the game. There's so many people in the George Carlin, Bernie Mac. I'm a student of the comedy game, so Robin Harris, people like that from back in the day. Kings of Comedy, Cedric is one of my guys. He's in a hip hop story with me as well. But yeah, I'm inspired by everybody, and then even 85 South, like being able to take their business and expand it to arenas.
Yeah.
I'm inspired by younger people too. So whoever's doing something that looks like it's putting in the work, that's what I'm inspired by.
Okay, all right. And my next question is, what do you see people doing like wrong? Like people that are trying to be entertainers, what are they doing wrong?
What I said earlier, just don't cheat the game.
Okay.
Don't cheat the game and try to get a quick buck, because the game will show you that you cheated it. The results will always show.
Right.
You know what I mean? The game is gonna come back and knock on your door and be like, hey man, you ain't play me right. So it's gonna show up in the work. You know what I'm saying? So I would say just don't cheat it.
Okay. And how do you feel about the current state of entertainment and films?
I think it could be better, you know, but it's all subjective. Like people may love everything that's out right now. I don't, you know, I'm not to say I know that it's hard for me to get inspired by a lot of things, because I feel like a lot of what we're seeing has been rehashed.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of pre-existing IP that they're redoing, and I just want to see more original ideas. But you know, I mean, ultimately, it's all good. We're all still here making money and having fun.
Okay, very well said, very well said. So do you have any funny behind the scenes stories?
Nah. I mean, I do, but it's not worth talking about.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So how do you stay motivated?
The fact that I can wake up and I love what I do. So the fact that I wake up every day and I'm blessed to have life and breath in my body, that motivates me to just keep going. But again, you gotta love what you do. If you don't love it, you're not gonna be motivated to do much of anything. So I get tickled by this. So I just keep doing it.
Okay, very well said, very well said. Now can you tell everybody where can we see you this weekend? Is it too late to buy a ticket?
Houston Improv, no pull up.
Okay.
ImprovTX.com. Houston Improv, 2 shows a night, 2 shows tomorrow, 1 Sunday. We in that thing.
So you got 5 more shows.
5 shows.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's a lot of energy.
All right. Well, I'm glad you took the time to come up here and
I appreciate
do an
it.
interview. I feel like you so different during the interview than you are on stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
thought I
very
was gonna come in here
mellow.
doing cartwheels? Nah.
You're just very mellow from like me seeing you on TV. I'm actually shocked. Like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
You standing on business. That's good.
All right.
That's good. Can you tell us a joke? You just seem so serious right now.
Nah, come to the show. You gonna hear all the jokes.
You gotta pay me the jokes.
You asking me all these lifetime questions. What is funny about the questions that you asking me? You want me to pull out a joke? Nah, come to the show. It's gonna be fun. You was there last night. You seen what it was. You know what I'm saying? You had a great time. Yeah, it was off the chain. Why don't you describe the show that you saw last night? What made you laugh so much?
What made me laugh was when you said, why? And that made me laugh.
Oh, with the whatchamacallit?
Why?
Yeah, with the crime dude voice.
Yes.
Oh, Keith Morrison.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
That shit was funny as hell.
Yes, when you
Yeah,
talking
no,
about
that was funny as hell.
Keith Morrison.
Yeah, that's funny.
when you talk about Trump. But you know what I will say? I like how you engage with the audience.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. You even the people in the back. That's something different. I will say that. You know, you had the whole room. Everybody got to say something.
Yeah, a lot of comedians don't realize the whole room is involved. You know what I'm saying? And people that
it was good
that
energy
sit in the back, they sometimes be feeling left out, and they be having their own
Yeah.
conversation. So you got to figure out ways to keep them engaged and to bring them into the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just your material, it's not to say that you have to always talk to them, but I like to open the floor at some point.
You definitely did, and you was actually giving relationship advice too. I was like, oh, okay.
I practice wisdom.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
giving out, just dropping gems. You know, you had a lot of couples in the audience.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then what else did I pick up from your show? Yeah, very, engaging, very inclusive. You know, keeping the people listening and stuff. So
Yeah, exactly.
oh, and I feel like since we were there opening night, since you didn't have a show after, we got the longer version of the show. It was a long show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I gave y'all my all.
Yes,
broke
you
a
really
sweat,
did.
did the whole thing.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, and it kind of seemed like you were freestyling a little bit too.
Yeah, because I mean that you have to when you start asking the audience questions.
Yeah.
You know, but again, once you put in the work, you get comfortable in that space and you trust that you can still entertain while asking questions.
Yeah. It was a good show.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, so how can the people keep up with you on social media and stuff?
At Affion Crockett on pretty much all platforms. Instagram, fan base. I don't really use TikTok like that. TikTok is racist to my page. They be suppressing my page, so I don't really use it. But yeah, at Affion Crockett.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the Leela Show, and looking forward to seeing your movies and your projects, and I'm definitely gonna watch your hip hop story.
I
So,
appreciate
thank
it.
you
Yeah,
so much.
yeah. Yeah, and come back to the show and see if you see something different.